As the Ottoman Sultanate continued to go from strength to strength, the Byzantine Greeks, who had finally wrested control of Constantinople from the Franks, were nevertheless unable to consolidate their former territories. Much of the south was still in the hands of French nobles. Many Aegean islands were still firmly in Venetian and Genoese hands, while to the west and north, Slavs had taken huge chunks of formerly Byzantine territory. Constantinople had endured several outbreaks of the bubonic plague, numerous palace coups, and even a series of major earthquakes, which devastated the Gallipoli Peninsula such that the Ottomans easily swarmed in and conquered what was left of its crumbling cities. Having crossed the Dardanelles and established a foothold on the Greek mainland, within a couple of decades it was the Ottomans, and not the Byzantines, who had pushed back the Serbs and Bulgarians, annexing those territories for themselves. It wasn't long before they turned their attention back to Constantinople, a small, though highly fortified triangular peninsula at the mouth of the Bosporus Strait. By 1390, they had been completely enveloped and were paying tribute to the Sultan to avoid outright war. But by the beginning of the 15th century, when the Sultan began meddling in its internal politics, Orthodox Greek Byzantium eventually felt compelled to do the unthinkable, and reached out to Catholic Europe for aid, even committing itself to accept the authority of the Pope if they were to come to its rescue. But England and France were still deeply mired in the 100 Years' War. Spain was busy with its Reconquista, the Poles were busy hammering the Teutonic Order, the Germans were getting thrashed by the Hussites, and the Hungarians had already copped a drubbing by the Ottomans at Varna. The only ones who could realistically help were the Venetians and the Genoese, who despised each other as much as they did the Greeks.